My dear brothers and sisters, in today's readings, we hear of two couples. In today's first reading, we have heard about Manoah and his wife. And in the Gospel, we have heard about Zechariah and Elizabeth, two couples. Both of them were childless. They did not have a child. And both had given up. But in both these cases and in the lives of both these couples, God does the unimaginable. God works out the impossible. We see that in Manoah and his wife, God blesses them with a child, Samson. And likewise, in the case of Zechariah and Elizabeth, who were advanced in years, they had given up, God blesses them with a child, John the Baptist. For God, there are no barriers. For God, there are no limitations. For God, there are no boundaries. God can work the impossible in people's lives. We only need to trust and believe. I'm reminded of an incident that happened many years back. I was in a parish, and this incident happened there. There was a father who was very much concerned about his daughter. She had reached her marriageable age, and now he was concerned that she should get married. And finally she made a choice, and she decided to get married. And the father was so relieved, so happy. And on the day of the rose ceremony that they have before the marriage, at the bride's place, the bride's father was overjoyed that his daughter is finally deciding on getting married. The rose ceremony people have come, they are wishing him, greeting him. He was so happy, he was so overjoyed, and he was so full of joy. And finally, when the ceremony was over, the whole family was together. The joy was building up in his heart, and with that happiness, with that joy, he was too much happy, and he got a heart attack and he died. He got a heart attack and died after the rose ceremony. He died happy, but the whole family was engulfed in sadness. What was supposed to be a happy occasion turned out into something very tragic. The next day was the funeral, and the next day after the funeral, the girl got married. It was such a difficult situation. This person died of happiness. So you should not be too happy also. This is ultimately what it comes to. My dear friends, God can work the impossible, but sometimes we find it difficult to believe, is it really happening to me? Is God really working in my life? It's too good to be true. And this is what happened also in today's gospel. We hear the case of Zechariah. When an angel tells him that your wife she's going to bear a child, he says, how can this be? She is advanced in years, it's not possible. He cannot just trust, he cannot believe. He's finding it difficult to believe. He's speechless. My dear friends, God can work the impossible. God can work the unimaginable. And we can never question God. But sometimes what happens is humans that we think things are too good to be true, and we attribute it to other factors. Okay, maybe because of my friend, maybe because of the doctor, maybe because of this person or that person, that such a thing has happened to me. But can I accept it is God's blessing in my life? It reminds me of that story of that girl. I don't know if you know this story. She was with her car going on the road, and she got into a parking lot, and the parking lot was full of cars, and she's searching for a place to park her car. She can't find a place. She's getting late for an interview, and she's saying, Lord, please help me, please help me, please help me find a place. I'm not getting a place to park my car. And suddenly she saw an empty slot, and she told God, you don't worry, I already found a place. God, you don't worry, I already found a place. God gave her a place, but she said, Lord, you don't worry, I already found a place. Sometimes it happens to us too. We fail to understand that it is God who is working wonders in our lives. So today, my dear friends, let us realize what God has done for us, what the Lord is doing for us. Let us thank Him for everything, for all His blessings in our lives. And each time let us strive to come closer to Him. And for this grace, let us pray during this Holy Eucharist.